Hey, what's up? It's me, Jessica J, and I was just wondering if you've ever sat and thought to yourself, are there some things about women that I'm buying into, but they're not true? Well, if so, I'm glad you asked, because the short answer, as always, is yes. Yes, you probably are. And to make sure you never fall victim to any false truths about us females ever again, or miss out on another one of my videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button right here, right now. So there's a lot of things out there that y'all guys are believing about us girls, and while they sound good and true and seem to make sense based on how you guys think, the unfortunate truth about it is that subscribing to these myths will only fuck things up for you in the future. So to make sure you aren't a fool like the rest of the fellas out there when it comes to us females, make sure you don't fall for these 5. So the first myth a lot of guys believe about us ladies is that we want to have stuff in common with you. So one of the biggest questions I get from guys who email me, or even my clients, or guys who write in the comments is, what do women want to talk about? The general belief is, oh, I know that I like to talk about basketball with my guy friends who also like to talk about basketball. What can I talk about with women? But here's the thing, we don't care if we have anything in common with you. We can have absolutely motherfucking nothing in common with you and still think you are one badass motherfucker that we want to get to pound down with. I remember I had a client write to me the other day. He was talking to some girl on Tinder. They were talking back and forth, blah, blah, blah. And eventually she just poof, disappeared into thin air. And he was really upset. He's like, Jessica, we had so many things in common. We both liked to hike. We both worked in tech. We both liked Joe Coy. But here's the thing, we women don't care that you like the things we like, because that's not the stuff that gets our bodies going. So while you may think she's a perfect match with you because she also likes to go hiking and running and comes from a big family and is also from New Jersey, we women have zero interest in our commonalities. The second myth y'all probably subscribe to is, if she talks to me a lot, she must like me. Here's the thing, us talking to you a lot isn't necessarily us having an interest in talking to you a lot. Some women just talk a lot. Women are known for talking. Sometimes we'll talk to anybody who'll listen. And we find out that you're one of those schmucks who will listen. Guess what? Unfortunately, a lot of guys will mistake this as, oh my God, she wouldn't come over here and open her mouth so much if she didn't want to open her mouth on my penis, right? Like I always say, we women, we decrease our stress hormones by increasing our oxytocin levels, and we do that by connecting and communicating. Most of the time we do it with our girlfriends. Sometimes we find a guy who will listen. So make sure you don't accidentally become one of her girlfriends. The third myth is, gifts and good deeds are all it takes. So this is actually going back to something I mentioned in my last video about 5 red flags you might not be aware of, is this idea of men, you know, esteem themselves as the providers, as hard workers, as somebody who can take care of his woman. All good and fine. But if you're a dickhead who never has time to have in-depth conversations, or is always blaming work and never around, and you think that, like, let me throw her some gifts here and there, and let me pay for a bunch of shit, let me hang up a curtain for her, that's not gonna make up for all the other shit you've put her through. Unless, of course, her love language is acts of service and gift giving. But even so, to subscribe to the fact that all women would blanketly appreciate all this shit in lieu of being treated like shit, you would be greatly mistaken, my friend. Which then brings me to number 4, is that we want a bad boy. So I don't get where y'all may have come to the conclusion that, like, women want to be treated like shit, I thought. What you're getting wrong is that, yes, the crazy, obnoxious, overly drunkenly rude frat boy will get laid 10 times more than the shy guy in the corner being nice and polite. Does that mean we want assholes? No. Going back to number 1, we want a guy who can instill these crazy some high energy emotions within us. Because that's the stuff that kind of scrambles our logical brain into thinking, "Whoa, oh my God, he can make me feel good." Which then now kind of leads me into number 5, which is y'all thinking that we have the upper hand in dating. Here's the thing, a lot of guys go out there with the assumption that they need to be chosen by a woman. And you wouldn't be wrong in understanding that, a woman has to be very selective in regards to who she chooses to come into her. Because, yes, she will be bedridden, so to speak, for the next 9 months because primally and biologically, that's what her body believes sex is. However, fine, while we're sitting there being more selective about who we go to Pound Town with, we're also the ones sitting around waiting to be selected by you. If you think about it this way, most women will only talk to the guys who approach them. We're not the ones at the bars and clubs being like, "Hey guys, how's it going over here?" "Oh, you're just here for fun and conversation? Okay, sorry." "Hey fellas, how you guys doing?" "Okay, you've got girlfriends? Okay, cool." That's not us. We sit there stationary like, okay, who's gonna talk to us? Who's gonna talk to us? I made eye contact with him. Oh my God, is he gonna come talk to me? Oh my God, he's talking to that girl. Okay, let me find somebody else. Okay, what about that guy? Oh, I hope he talks to me. Oh, okay, he's making out with a guy right now. So while you think it may be us who holds all the power, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's you guys. So don't fall victim to any of these 5 myths. I wanna hear from you which ones were most surprising to you. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.